Hey man, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So walk me through initially what you were thinking about doing. You said basically you were thinking about getting some roommates, right, in order to kind of offset your mortgage.
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially what I'm telling you to do, and again, I've been doing this for a long time, providing consulting type services, but I told my friend back in the day, this is during the last recession, he had a very similar situation. Now, I don't know your full financial situation, but his was roughly about a $4,500 a month mortgage payment with taxes and insurance. And I explained to him, I said, what you need to do is you need to start renting the rooms out, or you could put two beds into a room, but he chose to just, keep it pretty easy and rent the rooms out. And his target demographic essentially turned out to be divorcees. So males, men, typically 30, on the low to probably about 60 years old, recently divorced. Most of them, the majority of them, with some type of, I'm not going to say substance abuse related issue, but most of them had a tendency to a tendency to drink a lot. That was just the reality of the situation. And literally, I said, how do you do? He goes, well, how do I do that? I just told him the same thing I just told you. Go onto Craigslist and put up this ad right here. Man, I'll tell you what, Steve, literally within a couple of weeks, that guy had an extra $4,000 or $5,000 a month cash going into his hands, and he was living for free.
Yeah.
You got it.
So but you're saying to rent out the room instead of the house?
Yeah. So when you told me your address over there, look, it's right near campus. So I figure you've got students. We already know American Campus Communities and all these other student housing providers. They're doing the exact same things, but they're doing it with apartment complexes. I can assure you that these students would much rather prefer to live in a home than an apartment complex. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
So you can kind of make the same decision that Justin had to make, which is, okay, do I want to rent out two beds to a room, or do I just want to simply rent out one room? And I think, in my opinion, if you ran a shared room environment, which is two beds to a room, based on what I'm gathering, but you really need to go in there and do some due diligence on Craigslist and elsewhere. I think, from what I can tell, you're going to be able to get $575 on the low to probably $875 on the high.
575 to 875. We'll call it 600. That would be 3,200, right?
There you go. Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be 3,200.
Well, how many people are you looking to do this with?
I guess four, because I'm going to stay in my room.
Okay.
So that would be 600 times 4 would be 2,400, and then my mortgage is 2,850.
Yeah. So how would you like to be living for $400 a month versus the $3,000 that you're spending right now?
Would you make them pay part of the bills, or would you do all bills paid?
I go all bills paid. It just makes it a lot easier. But remember, when Justin did it, I mean, and I've got literally a laundry list of people that I've provided this type of service to. When I say service, just consulting services, just like this, basically. And it's really going to be up to you. I mean, I think personally that the easiest way of doing it is an all bills paid deal. That way, you're not coming back to people trying to nickel and dime them for, hey, guess what, guys? The utility bill was $400 this month, and we need to take $400 and divide it by 6. I mean, then you're going out and you're trying to collect an additional $75 a month out of each person each and every month. Just give them a flat monthly fee, man. It makes it a lot easier. Now, Justin, the gentleman that I was telling you about earlier, he's a little bit more hardcore, and so he's got his monthly rate, and then he's also billing them basically kind of like RUBS on an apartment complex. He's billing them back for water usage and everything else. But I know for a fact, dude, he's putting away an extra $30,000 a year cash just doing this.
Perfect.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
How much?
He's putting away an extra 30 grand a year. I could introduce you to him over the telephone.
Up the same house?
Say,
On one house?
say that again?
On one house? Or
On one house, yeah, because he's got, God, I want to say he's got typically at any given point in time, he's got about 7 people. And like I told you, I mean, he's got a pretty nice home and he's probably running an average rent rate right now of $850. Let me text him real quickly. Hold on, I'll tell you. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see what he says.
I don't know that.
I'm going to ask him. We'll see how quickly he responds back. Because I know he has different rooms. You know, some rooms are a little bit bigger. Some of them are a little bit smaller. But I just said, hey, how much are you charging for rooms right now? I mean, he's been doing this since the recession. Because I remember when he called me up and he was having a lot of trouble back 2007, 2008, 2009. And I said, he didn't know what the heck he was going to do. I mean, he was in total and complete panic mode. And I just explained to him really simply. I said, hey, this is what you need to do. Well, can I do that? Am I allowed to do that? I said, of course you're allowed to do that. You're gonna deal with some stuff periodically, but by and large, he hasn't had any issues whatsoever. And he's probably putting away, like he told me. I mean, I remember him telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm putting away an extra $30,000 a year in cash, and he is not. Obviously, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but he's not paying taxes on that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just straight money. I mean, he's got an extra, call it $5,000, $6,000 a month coming in. It's a lot of money, dude.
What do you think about just renting each room out for $1,100? All those things.
I
Mortgage would be like $600.
There you go. I think what you need to do is run on to. I think Craigslist is the easiest way to gauge your market. Go on to Craigslist. You got to know how to put the ad up. I can actually send you an ad that I use. I can email it over to you. Put that ad up and start testing the market.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I put an ad for the whole house and an ad for the rooms and separate ads at the same time?
You got it. Yeah, why not? I mean, the thing is, so many people out there, they want to overcomplicate this business. As you're seeing right here, this is not complicated. It's really, really, really simple. You're buying a jug of vodka, you're buying a handle of vodka, and you're selling it by the shot. Rather than selling it all at once like they do at the liquor store, you're just selling it by the shot. And so you're doing the same thing with your house. Typically, how much would your house normally rent out for?
I think about $3,000.
Okay. If you think three grand, I mean, but let's say you chop it up, and now you got, for sake of an easy number, you got, you get 6 roommates paying you $699 each. Now you got $41.94 coming in, so you got an extra $1,000.
Mm-hmm. We got to put up with 2 more people.
Well, I mean, look, you're going to have to figure out, what works.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, we've been doing this, I mean, for ages and ages and ages, and it's a business model that works. It's sustainable, and it'll provide you income month in, month out, month in, month out. And with your demographic, I don't think I would necessarily go after the same demographic that, for example, Justin's gone after. Kind of that 35 to 55-year-old male divorcee, maybe with a little bit of an alcohol problem. I would go after, based on your area and based on your location, I'd go after the student housing population.
Yeah.
And all their parents are going to co-sign. You're going to get that money every single month, man. Well, I mean, look, you do what you want to do, but I would put the ad up on Craigslist. I can send you the ad that we like. I mean, you don't even have to say males only or females only, but I think you could, because it's a roommate type environment. And see what sort of responses start coming in. We actually lost one of our group home managers this morning, and literally the minute that my main guy told me that one of our group home managers had moved to a different apartment complex, I put an ad up on Craigslist, and I had 4 applications literally in a matter of 5 or 10 minutes. And it's the exact same thing when you're hunting for clients. If you put an ad up, especially I'll send you an email that I use, put that ad up, mark my word, you'll start getting phone calls, especially right now, man.
This time of year is good.
Yeah.
Question is how much? Are you on Craigslist?
Say that again.
Are you in front of the computer?
I can be, yeah. Okay, here, Justin. Justin just responded back. Yeah, he's pulling. He said $850 to $950. He goes $850, $850, $900, $950. So I guess he's got 4 roommates right now. Again, his demographic, it's going to be a little bit different than yours, but man, I mean, you can make a fortune with this business. It's scalable, it's repeatable, and it's really, really, really easy to run. Yeah, I mean, just what I would do is go onto Craigslist, type in your zip code, and that way you can start getting an idea of what room rates go for.
What is it? Hyde Park, new home, rooms for rent, shared rooms for rent?
Yeah, go shared rooms, type in your zip code.
You want to put your address on there?
I don't think you need to put an address on there. I think you'll be all right.
What's the minimum 6-month lease?
Yeah, you could do it. You could do a 3-month contract, 6-month contract, 9-month. I think the here's Justin writing back. You know what he just said? I asked him. I said, "Hey man, how much are you charging for your rooms right now on average?" And then I told you what he wrote back, and I wrote him back. I said, "Not bad." He writes me back. He writes, "Straight cash, homie."
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, because it's money that, dude, he's making that money each and every month. And Mark, I know for a fact he's not, dude, it just goes right into a safety deposit box, or he goes and spends
You
it.
think it's 750? I'm just starting at 750 a month?
Dude, try 6-9. Why don't you do this? Start a little bit low. This is what I like to do. Start a little bit low and see what, you're putting some bait into the water. See what sort of responses you get. Start at $6.99 just to see. If you start getting a lot of bites at $6.99, I can guarantee you're going to be able to get. If you're getting bites at $6.99, you're going to be able to start running them at $7.75. If you still have them at $7.75, you'll probably be able to pop $8.75. If he's doing it and he's north of you, mark my words, I think that, I mean, you should be able to get at least the equivalent amount.
Yeah.
He's running 850, 900, 950. Say that again?
How much? How much per room?
Why don't you put your ad up at $6.99 just to start it out and see what sort of response you get?
Yeah, but what if it fills up too fast, you know?
Well, it may, but you're not. Look, man, you don't have to accept those people. All you want to do is test the waters to see what sort of response rate you get.
What happens if you start higher and then go down?
Yeah, you could do that as well, but you may as well start low because it'll give you the sense of security. You'll feel good. You'll be like, oh, guaranteed that now I know I can do this. And you can always go up.
We're trying to get 4 roommates, and there's 2 roommates in each room. So I'll have 5 people here total.
Yeah, why not?
Be like a commune.
Commune, dude. There you go. Little community housing.
I don't like other people that much, but I guess I have to put up with it.
Hey, man, this is one of those.
You're saying if then it works, then you can you just buy houses all over and do it. That's what you do, I guess.
There you go. There you go. It's a repeatable and scalable model. Are you putting the ad up?
Yeah.
Awesome.